all
And
of
I'm
the
going to share from there, or can I share from here?
I think from there. You can try both. Hello, you all. We're on here. We are live, 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 live. But I got to go to one more spot and make sure that they can see it too, you all, because we don't want to leave anybody else. Not of this conversation. We can't leave them out of this conversation right here. We don't like to leave anybody out of any conversation, though. All right. Yep, we live over there too. Great. Let me come on back over here. We are in the studio here. We have a few people backstage, but we are here. Let me make sure. All right, let me make sure it's public. Okay, because I want more than just my friends to see. We got some stuff to talk about. Y'all, this has been a very productive week already. I don't know about everybody else and what they're doing, but when I say it's been a very productive week for our team, it's been very productive. But it's not just for those in business, y'all. That's why we always go live and we try to have these conversations with all of you, because I know some of you out there, right, you might be at work, wherever you are. I'm sure you want to talk to us, you want to hear what we have to say during this 40 days and 40 night run that we're on. First of all, let's let the people know what that's all about. Carmen Ray, my sister in success, fellow director, sideline director. We are in 40 days and 40 nights. You are not new to this, honey. You are so true to this. You are doing this. You do it with the company and on your own with your company. Talk to the people about 40 days and 40 nights and what does that mean? And well, no, I won't. I'm asking too many questions. We got time. What 40 is all about.
Yes, 40 days and 40 nights is, to me, it's about us picking a thing or two that we can literally focus on, whether it's personal or in our business, and we literally have a community that's committed to cheering us on, holding us accountable, and most importantly, us being determined to work on that thing for ourselves. When I tell you, I truly believe that in 40 days, we can move mountains.
Ooh,
Because 40 days, and it's because of who you exposed to.
that's it.
See, if I was exposed to people that was very complacent, very mediocre, and I know I may not have that desire, but because I'm so intentional on placing myself in environments and atmosphere where people are breaking records in 40 days and 40 nights, that's why I love it. I have adopted it. I've integrated it into my other businesses. I got it from Planet Marketing. Because listen, guys, if you are building, especially building something with a community, if you're building a discipline for yourself, if we say no matter what, I'm going to remove the distractions, if we let our families know, if we let our friends know, listen, I'm on something and I'm going to be doing it for 40 days and I'm going to need your support. That may mean delegating a few things. That mean encouraging you. That may mean different things for different people. But I truly believe 40 days of focus can change some things.
Ms. Brenda, would you agree before we jump into this hot topic today? Would you agree?
I see the evidence, Coach. There is no disagreement here.
I love it. Y'all listen, we were exposed. Some of us were exposed to some things this morning. Now we are on Zooms left and right. You know, sometimes people say, you're doing another Zoom. I say, just like you're doing another meeting at work. That's what it is, right? This is what we do. This is our business. But we have, there's even another level to it. We as directors are in another group where we have to choose our top three people who are running like we are. And we get another 20 to 30 minute session even after IMV. Shout out Keita Mason, 3-star director, who was dropping the nuggets today, y'all. And she shared something that really made us think. We have to think so tough. We have to get the thoughts out. So after that, we got right on our messenger audio and said, who's available? We need to talk. We need to talk. And see, and that's when you know you're in business with the right people. Yes, we use a calendar. Hey, Melissa, you don't have to miss us. You know where we are. You are always welcome. Yes, we use a calendar. Yes, we do. But sometimes certain things are impromptu. And when the team sees that you jumping on a an audio call, guess what? The team is like, I don't know what we on, but let me get on here. Might be getting dressed. I wasn't even all the way dressed yet, but I'm like, click, join, what we talking about, right? And that's when you know you in the right space. Hey, Karen, the right company. Y'all, I'm so excited about the circle of success that I'm in. And if any of us have ever offered you to become a part of the circle of influence, the circle, the network of success, of people going somewhere, and you still haven't accepted that, it's cool. It's cool. Y'all just keep watching us from the sideline because we're going to keep performing. Okay. We're going to keep playing the game. We're going to keep walking the walk. We're going to keep hitting the goals that we set out to hit. But we talked about something today. That's right, Jackie Ward. She said, have to be ready. And if you're in the Wisconsin Messenger group, Jackie Ward, and you want to get on camera, feel free to just chime right on in and get on camera with us, okay? You can be in here in the conversation. You ain't got to just put it in. Melissa, you want to be in on the conversation, just go click the link in Wisconsin Messengers, and we right here. All right, y'all, let's talk. They dropped these nuggets today. They said, you got to do things that unsuccessful people won't do. Oh, listen, it doesn't take much for me to get hyped when I hear something that's like, it ain't even got to be deep. It just has to be on point. Like they said, you got to set during these 40 days and 40 nights. It's a season of what, Director Carmen? You can keep it unmuted because you ain't got no loud. we got to talk back and forth about this. We are in a season of what? Fill in the blank.
We are in a season of separation, and we got to be willing. We got to be willing to embrace it. It don't mean we not going to circle back, but in these 40 days, we got to separate ourselves. Man, when I tell you to have access to the level of authenticity, the level of realness, the level of evidence and training that we had, let me tell you, I'm not new to this. I've been navigating entrepreneurship for over 30 years. Yeah. I'm not new to listening to high level, highly accomplished speakers. I have been in rooms with Maya Angelou, Ayanna Van Zandt, Oprah Winfrey. That's the level of conferences that I've attended, especially as a younger woman. When I tell you, none of them move me like our young lady, Keita Mason, today. It was relevant. Maybe when I was younger, I didn't have the capacity, but when I say she dropped game, anybody that have access to that level of training and the thought of, if I wasn't in the right place in your life, though, Director Denise, if I was not in the right place, how I could have missed that, how my business partners could have missed that. And it was so like, I don't even know. My head is still spinning from the things that she shared this morning.
And you, I'm sorry, Director, but you know what? The fact that it's spinning and it wasn't even, it's not that it was something that was just so collegiate level profound. Like people might think like, ooh, what they talking about sounds like Encyclopedia Britannica stuff. No. It was just the way she broke it down, so simple. She said, go do this, and this. And guess what? We were already doing this, and this. But that one little piece she said to look at, and when we looked at it and said, bam, that's what it is. And I gotta say this, Director Carmen, you saying to me that if you didn't have the space in my life that you have, but you do because of the space that you've occupied in mine. And see, when you're in business, this is why it means so much to me to have Cornice on here, to have Daniela on here, like people who are young but hungry, young but have a desire, young but are coachable, and they're saying, "Listen, I don't know what to do, but I'm here." Cornice's fiance called me today and was like, okay, this is how we gonna work this. I'm gonna focus on this. She gonna focus on that. I said, bam, that's what I like. He got a business mind. And what he doesn't understand, she does. And what she doesn't understand, he does. You see what I'm saying? Just having a partnership. The same with me and Director Carmen. The things that Carmen knows, she knows. And some of the stuff she knows, I'm not even interested. Like, She was talking about like Panama. I'm like, who even thinks about Panama? But she did. There might be there political topics that she is well versed in. I don't even really care. Like the fact that I keep seeing all this stuff about planes, what I'm really saying is, when y'all gonna stop it? Like can't somebody stop whatever is going on? I don't know if the president can do it or the Congress. I don't know, because I don't really get into all of that. But as a professional, it's my obligation to link up with somebody who does. See, and her experience and her wisdom, her age requires, well, no, I shouldn't say that, but because of her age and her experience, she has a level of wisdom that I still need, that I'm still learning, and vice versa. The support that she gives me, and the accolades that she gives me on leadership, on education, she ain't trying to compete with that. And that's what we got to understand, y'all. You got to separate yourself from the nonsense if you really trying to take it to the next level. And what we saying is, in these next 40 days and 40 nights, it's going to be a change. It's going y'all remember the movie Color Purple, when Sophia came back to the house after she got out of jail, and she was sitting at that dinner table, and after Celie pulled that knife out, and Suge had to pull her back. I know the movie, don't I? And Sophia said, it's about to be some changes around here. Miss Sophia back. That's how we feel during this 40 days and 40 nights. It's about to be some changes around here. So it's time out for all of the apologies. And I'm apologizing because you felt like I was a little too hard on you. I'm probably going to use this for the next year, Daniela. Daniela was coming with me and a couple of the team members, business partners, to Chicago one Sunday. Daniela had me waiting. I couldn't even believe I waited for 40 minutes. I'm crazy for still sitting here. But I left her, and I texted her. I said, you're going to have to catch me the next round, because you can't come with me somewhere and be this late. Guess what? She been on time ever since. Y'all see what I'm saying?
She took it to the next level. Talk about how she showed up for Atlanta.
Oh, Daniela, unmute. You tell us how you showed up for Atlanta. You tell us. Tell us why.
Yes.
Tell us why you showed up.
Why? It's because I needed to. Like, I can't say I'm in the business. I ain't doing nothing with the business. I'm not showing up for meetings. I'm not showing up for power hour. I'm not showing up for nothing, but I'm telling y'all about it. No, that's not how that's gonna work. I can't share it the way I want to share it, because I'm not experienced the different things that comes with it. I can't, that's like me getting a new outfit. I'm showing y'all the Adidas brand, but I'm not rocking it like the Adidas owner. This is something. This is mine. I what is that called? I invested in myself. So by me investing in myself, I'm gonna do the things to keep it. You gonna
Listen.
keep hearing this name.
Yeah,
This ain't no nothing temporary. This is for real. This is I didn't have some setbacks. I did. I can say I did, but I know what I need to do now, and
listen.
that's staying focused.
That's it. And stand close to the fire. Y'all just watch Daniela's transformation. Just watch it. I was sitting in a meeting with my bishop today, and it's a leadership meeting that we have on Wednesdays, right? And we got to bring Miss Vera in. And wait, Miss Vera, you stay close, because we got to hear from you. And I had to give a report out on the work that I'm doing there now, right? And he said, wow. He said, and you just got in this role. Like, we just asked you to take on this role. And you know what he said? He said, you mess around and read and follow John Maxwell, look at what it'll do for you. Because he and I love John Maxwell. He has given me the title, the John Maxwell of the Church of God in Christ. And I take that. So I'm honored by that, right? But he said, he was reading the book. I gave him a John Maxwell book for Christmas, Leader Shift, and he just got another promotion, a new position yesterday. So he was reading it on the plane, and he said it came at the right time. So the leader shift that's going to take place with Daniela, Quanice, all of especially my young partners, y'all just watch. They cannot stay around successful people and not be successful. If you hang around 4 broke people, you just going to be the 5th one. Okay. But if you hang around 4 successful people, you're going to be the 5th one. All right. So we're going to dive deep into how you have to do the things that unsuccessful people won't do. But let's talk about this success story right here. Miss Vera Goodlow. Miss Vera Goodlow is out of St. Louis, but she ain't in St. Louis today, y'all. She ain't even on ground. She ain't even on land. Miss Vera, unmute and talk to us about where you are, because I just saw you dancing a little while ago. What's up? Talk to us about that.
First of all, I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity. And you can always remind me that I only wanted to do the travel, so I'm not mad. But this trip makes me, when I get home, it's all live. I am going to talk to everybody in my family. I'm just looking around and making sure I don't see none of my peeps. Yeah. They're
Oh,
gonna have to tell me no. They're gonna have to say the word. I'm not gonna understand no words. Even when they tell me no, I'm gonna be like, well, this is my number, holler at me.
I know that.
Because
Let
because
me go ahead. Keep going, Miss
when you
Vera. Keep
say,
going.
if somebody says something, I don't hear it so much, but when you come by yourself, you only helping yourself. I needed people with me, so I would never come again by myself.
Oh my God. This is what it is, y'all. Y'all better go write this down somewhere. It's a hot biscuit. When you go by yourself, you learn a lot. But when you go with your team, you earn a lot. That's what you're trying to say, Miss Vera.
Yes,
And let me
exactly.
explain to y'all where she is. She is at ITQ. Y'all better write it down. She is at ITQ IntelliQuest. Now,
And you
y'all
all
know,
should have, not to break your, but you all should have told me before I came, because see, my mind only thinks one way. I'm thinking everybody on this ship is planet. So God has set me up to where I'm running into people that is intel, but they closed down a planet, and I'm talking to them like, what? How
mm,
did that happen?
mm, listen, it's a whole different I'm trying to think of the right word that's really going to depict what it is. Planet conferences are planet conferences. You can tell.
Mm-hmm.
IntelliTravel conferences are IntelliTravel conferences. You can tell. But
Yep.
the fact that they have 3,000 IntelliTravel advisors on
Yep.
the ship that's been chartered just for our organization. And you got some people on there who are also building a team through Planet, but
Mm-hmm.
everybody on there is booking travel, earning commissions. I ain't talking $32 commissions. I'm talking about $32,000 commissions. And the fact that Vera Goodlow went and said, I'm going, if I got to go by myself, that's point number 2 that I'm going to give y'all out of the 4 points I'm going to give y'all today. Because see, the first one is, when people complain, I won't. Write it down. When
Yep.
people complain, I won't. So that's what I'm talking about when we say it's going to be some changes around here. It's going to be some changes. We're not giving into the complaining spirit that so many people have. Everybody wants to complain. This ain't right, and such a. I ain't here to talk about that, especially not for these 40 days and 40 nights. Nope. I'm on to something bigger and better, and I advise you to do the same. Right? So when people complain, I won't. That's number 1. Let me tell you what number 2 is. When people don't show up, I will. Oh, that's Miss Vera today. Now, Miss Vera just got on that ship. She's at our IntelliTravel conference that is on a cruise ship in the water. On the water. Let me not say in now. On the water. Okay. Left out of Miami. 3,000 of them out there. And they're there to learn. Just like Michelle and I went on Margaritaville at sea in January, and we came back with some nuggets. They're on Norwegian Joy with 3,000 ITAs at ITQ IntelliQuest. And she already seen. She was like, oh man, y'all should have told me. Man, they out here doing it. Miss Vera, you about to, because she already said this. She ain't even been on there a good 5 hours. And she already saying, oh, when I come back, it's on. That's why it's important to show up. That's why I send out messages every day in these groups. That's why Director Carmen opens up the day at 2, 3 in the morning, putting messages in different groups saying, look, y'all, this is where we are. We're here to help the people. And that's what we doing today, helping the people. Miss Vera, I want you to have a blast out there, honey. And y'all see how she out there having a good time, but she has some time in her schedule. And what did she do? She showed up. Show up when nobody else does. Okay? And it's always a competition for me. Somebody tell me it's a Zoom. I want to be the first one on. And if I ain't on, I ain't going to be locked out. And that's the attitude you have to have. Hey, Teresa, that's the attitude you have to have as a leader. If you can't lead yourself, that's why our company is doing a book read all together. John Maxwell's Developing the Leader Within You 2.0. Because see, 1.0, some people may not have gotten it. 2.0, he got to come back and give it to you again. Okay. So again, number 1 point, because I got to get ready for choir rehearsal. Number one is when people complain, I won't. Because see, unsuccessful people like complaining. You complain, this ain't even working because you're not successful in it. Because if you were successful in it, you wouldn't have any complaints at all. Number 2, when people don't show up, I will. They don't show up, I will. Let me tell you what number 3 is. When people start blaming, I'll take responsibility. That's a leader for you. Come on, Miss Brenda. I see them eyebrows going up. That's a leader for you. When they blame, you take responsibility. Instead of everybody, and I said this on my live earlier, everybody looking around like, well, who was supposed to and why did? I'll take it. I got it. I'll resolve it. I'll fix it. I'll help out. That's when people recognize who the leader is. See, when people walk into a room, they don't have to ask who the leader is. When a question is asked, whoever everybody looks at for the answer, that's the person who's leading in that group, in that conversation, in that moment. You don't have to ask. Go, come on, Miss Brenda, talk to us.
Exactly, Coach. And talking about the people that are blaming, they need to internalize that. Find what they're not doing. Find where they're lacking in knowledge and self-development, personal development. Their lack causes them to blame. So that's why the unsuccessful person looks for blame. But if they were doing what we're supposed to be doing, the blame can only lay in your lap.
You heard her. You heard that. Anyone else have comments on those first 3 so far? Anyone else? No, I'm good. Last one, y'all. When they say you can't, figure it out. Figure it out. Figure it out. Some people say it other ways. I'm just going to say figure it out. When people say, there's no way you're going to make money in that business, I'm going to figure it out. There's no way you can make it to the top if you didn't start in the beginning. That's not true. Some people have already figured it out. I'm figuring it out. You might not be a believer, but you're going to be a witness because you're going to watch me figure it out.
Exactly. And Director, let me just share this, because soon as you said that, and I heard that this morning on the training, I immediately thought about 4-star director Nina Vitel. And when we were in Mexico, and she said, I'm going to make you wish you would. All of the people that doubted her, she talked about in her transition, and people that were very high achievers and successful in life, and how when she tried to introduce them to this business, they were condescending. They didn't believe her, but now I'm sure it's a whole different story. She's earning over $250,000 a year and beyond. Just leading a team of over 4,000. Can you imagine an organization, over 4,000 people helping the people? And now those same people that wouldn't give her the time of day, now they're able to bear witness on her just consistently thinking and doing the work to show them And when she said, I'm going to make you wish you would, I internalized that. I felt that. So it is so important that we know that we can never say the wrong thing to the right person, and we can never say the right thing to the wrong person. Like,
Very
we just got to know that. And so all of these things, me being in this business for 8 years, and it sounds very cliche-ish because you hear it so much, but the more you progress in your maturity, there's meaning, there's deep rooted meaning in these different sayings, because I have found that I've talked to people in this business, high achievers, very accomplished, highly educated, all type of resources and connections and networks, out of networks that could easily be a six-figure income earner, but because they didn't value the business, or they didn't value the opportunity, that's just money left on the table. Then I will find people that don't have all of those things, but because they have a strong belief, a strong work ethic, a strong discipline, they're crushing it. So
that's it.
again, the ones that you think won't, will, and the ones that you think will, won't.
That's it. Yeah, I want to use the example of Mr. Moore and Nina Vital. For those people out there on Facebook, whoever seeing this live, or you may see the replay, if you have children, either they're in college now, they're in high school preparing for college, they're in middle school and one day they're going to go to college, or they're children in elementary school, and again, your aspirations are that they go to college, possibly. The fact that Nina Vital came into this business and she was not one of the ones at the top, like she literally worked her way up. If I'm not mistaken, I don't remember her saying that she was well versed in network marketing. She had to learn it. She had to learn it. She had to make some adjustments, personal adjustments, professional adjustments, but she made them. And she's is she 4 or 5 star? 4 or 5? 5 now?
She may be 5.
I think so.
Hmm.
But she talks about how she writes the tuition to the bursar's office. Know what the bursar is? She writes the checks to the bursar's office for her 2 children, her 2 sons. And she gives them an allowance. They don't have to worry about working a job while they're in school and trying to learn how to balance, because you don't really know how to do that at that age yet, right? Mr. Moore has a son in college, and his daughter, I think, might be a freshman now, but he said they're on the Moore Scholarship Fund. That's his fund. So for those of you who have children, there's not a parent alive who wouldn't say, I want to be able to pay for my sons, for my daughter, my nephews, in my case, my bonus daughter. Like that, those are like these are actual plans that have to be put in place now. So
My
when
grand queens.
your grand queens, yes. So when my Paigey calls, I don't care if she's talking to her daddy or not, but if I hear that she needs some book money or some lunch money or some gas money, check your app, check your Cash App, go to your Zelle. It should have already been there. Did you check it? You see what I mean? Just having those options. And that put that in the chat somewhere. Michelle said, I'm working on the PV Scholarship Fund. Put options in the chat, because money, for people out here who still think that we talking about just money, please read between the lines. The English teacher in me wants you to be able to understand the unspoken. It's not just about money. It's about options. And let's just be honest, money gives you options. See, because if you don't have that much money, you don't have that many options. Let's just be honest. Let's just take it from going out to eat. If it's you and 2 children and you got $20, y'all not going to Olive Garden today. Y'all going to Sonic maybe, or White Castle. If you want them to have a full meal. I didn't say healthy, I didn't say balanced, but if you want to have burgers, fries, and something to drink, you're going to have to go to White Castle today. Right? Because that's Monday. But Friday, when Payday Friday gets here, you got a little more money. You're going to go sit down today. Yeah, we're going to go to to Capitol Grill. So you can go somewhere else. The tablecloths are whites, right? You have options when you have more money. See, I can tell when tax season is here. Some people are very quiet and some people are very loud when it comes to tax money. And when they say, oh, yeah, I got this and we just got this and I got a new washer and dryer and I'm doing this and now I'm ready to get in this and I'm ready. Yeah. I said, oh, that money done came through. And it sure has. But wouldn't it be nice for that to be the way you can operate every single week, every single day? And we're not just waiting one time a year. There's nothing wrong with that, you all. Everybody you see on this line, especially those of age, whatever age you want that to be, over 40, over 30, whatever, we know what it's like to work. We've worked jobs and we're not knocking jobs. Some of our jobs did us quite well. But guess what? When the job is gone, when it's gone for whatever reason, because this is what I do know. Let me show y'all. Maybe you missed it yesterday, but I saw it. And when I see things, I pull this phone out. Okay. I want you to take note. You probably can't hear what it says, but read it. Federal employees in Wisconsin worry about future. Federal employees in Wisconsin worry about future. That was on there yesterday. And then guess what else was on there yesterday? Now, because some people might say, oh, well, I'm not a federal worker. Okay. I'm going to show you something else that popped up. Mass layoffs for Starbucks employees. Mass layoffs for Starbucks employees. So now we can look at both ends of the spectrum. You can look at the federal employee. You can look at the Starbucks employee. But either way, there's worry in their future. If you get an email that says your job is gone today, what are you going to do today? Not tomorrow. What you going to do today? You were expecting to be paid in 2 weeks. You were going to go buy that new couch in 2 weeks or whatever. But what you going to do? And so I just want to continue to do what unsuccessful people want. That's my bottom line. And what is that? When they complain, I won't. When they don't show up, I will. When they start placing blame, I'm going to take responsibility. Right? That's step 1, 2, and 3. And what's the last one? What did I say number 4 was?
And when they say you can't figure when they say you can't, you figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Yes.
I'm going to go figure it out. Let me tell you who I saw yesterday. Shout out to Miss Leland. I saw Miss Leland walking across the parking lot at the mall yesterday. Miss Leland, she was my 9th grade English teacher. And first thing she said, what you doing now? You still a principal? I said, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. I got let go. Ticked off my boss. Got let go 2 years ago. What? You got to go back and get that job. Go on and get another job. You got to have that Social Security. And I said, she said, what you do? I said, I told her she'll never disrespect me again. She said, that mouth. Oh, I remember that mouth in high school. She never lied. She never lied. But what really saddened me is that some people, and when you are in a certain age range and a certain mindset, that was the only thought. And she said, my niece did the same thing. Gonna tell her boss something. And that woman let her go. And I told my niece, you can't just say anything to these people. And I said, Miss Leland, if she didn't cuss her out, if she wasn't disrespectful, she can't just speak her mind. She said, no, girl, that'll get your job. I said, wow. And for a minute, if I wasn't strong enough, it would have had me thinking like, dang, I ain't gonna have no Social Security. Shoot, the people that got Social Security worrying right now because they don't know what's gonna happen. So, like, all I'm saying is, at what point will somebody be bold enough to recognize that the generations that have come after some generations have a certain boldness about them, not even boldness, a certain confidence in themselves. Like, I done went to school and I'm looking at my degrees on the wall. I'm looking at them. I'm looking at both of mine. I'm looking at both of Lincoln's. And Lincoln still got to deal with the same crazy issues in the school that I was dealing with years ago. And I'm like, You see what I mean? You see why I'm not motivated to come back into that kind of toxic environment and run my blood pressure up and give me a stroke or a heart attack? I'm not interested in that. Come on, Miss Brenda. I saw that hand go up.
The evidence, Social Security is not income. It's a subsidy, first of all. Second of all, it cannot support your financial needs no matter where you live, South Carolina, Wisconsin, Arizona, or anywhere else, because the cost of living is increasing and Social Security can't keep up because of the deficit. The second thing and final thing I want to say, we are not our ancestors. You do not get to scare me into obedience.
Put that in the chat, somebody. You don't get to scare me into obedience. You know what? You know, there used to be a cliche saying or things like I know who I am. I'm this or I'm that, but oftentimes we don't operate in that person that, like, what you're instilling in your grand queens is a posture. My mama's mouth was not as, my mom had a loud mouth with us, a loud mouth around her family. But my mom was not outwardly aggressive until she got sick, like with the dementia. That was different. But before that, my mom was not confrontational. Somebody may have done something, certain things she kind of let slide for years. That's just who she was. Now, my daddy, on the other hand, he don't be letting nothing slide. He'll check somebody in a minute. He has no filter sometimes, right? And I said, yeah, I know where I get mine from, but I know how to say it. But sometimes literally it's not how you say it, it's what you say. And nowadays, when you tell your boss that you will I don't care how nice you say, you will never, ever disrespect me. Now, if I would have said, Ellen, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Please forgive. I know I apologized yesterday and the day before, but please accept my apology again. Now, you hear that tone? I say the same thing. Ellen, you will never disrespect me again. You'll never have that opportunity. I said it the same way, but it's what I said that was not acceptable to her. But to this day, Ms. Brenda, I still have no regrets because I know who I am and I know whose I am and I know what I stand for. And when you have that type of mindset am I what, Gen X? As a Gen X, that's what y'all taught us to be. You taught us to stand up for what's right and don't let anybody walk over you and don't let anybody disrespect you, right? My aunts and uncles look at me with pride. They said, boy, that mouth still be going, but she ain't gonna let nobody do her wrong. That's right. So when they long gone, they know I know how to speak up for myself. But in corporate, they don't like it. That's why I'm very, very careful about positions I take. I'm not going to take anything just because of money, because I can make my own now in this opportunity. And that's what we want to show y'all. Okay. So any last minute thoughts about those points that we shared about doing the things that unsuccessful people won't? Carmen Ray, Vera Goodlow, Daniela, Brenda, anyone?
Listen, guys, I go ahead, Ms. Vera.
I just want to shout out the stay-at-home moms and dads that thought Social Security was going to take care of them. Yeah, I don't know what age bracket I'm in, but I'm over 60. And I just signed up for my little and I'm gonna say my little Social Security. When I said it couldn't pay my truck note, I fell off the couch. Seriously. So listen, when I got off the floor, because it took me a second, I was like, network marketing is not a cuss word anymore to me. Don't ask me what I'm doing, because that's what I'm going to tell you. Yes. That's why when I hear people say, I'm doing the travel, but I'm not doing Planet, I just look at them like, what?
Yeah. If y'all only knew where Miss Vera was not too long ago, where did you just go? Australia or something? Weren't you somewhere out of town? Africa?
The Mediterranean.
Mediterranean, somewhere. She wasn't in the States, right? And she said, Coach, I'm not building. I'm travel. Look at her face, covering that face. And she was one away from Browns when she said that to me. I said, all right, Miss Vera, I ain't gonna force you, but don't cancel that side. Just keep it. Cause one day you might. And somebody might see you traveling and want to do it. I know you don't want to pass them on to somebody else. Just go ahead and just keep it. I'm so glad she's coachable and she kept it and she can see it. Y'all, Miss Bell says it all the time, stick and stay, you're gonna get your pay. And in this case, she's stuck, she's staying, she gonna get paid. Not just, and the good thing, she's not building or booking. She's booking and she's going to start building, truly building. You get it, Miss Vera, and I'm glad. Carmen Ray, director, what were you about to say?
Wow. I just, this is so powerful. And what I really want to leave people with is this whole conversation about Social Security is so real. Um, and just being exposed to this business over the last 8 years, what's trending on Google and some other search engines right now is there's a mass exodus out of the United States. You
Yes.
people can do with that whatever they want. It's the reason why I'm so positioned to be in a company where I have over 20 countries that I can choose from and do business still.
Mm,
I am so grateful for this business because the reality is that when I got my Social Security, this business pays me more monthly. And I've been working since I was 14. I'm 62. So I've been paying into the system all of these years. And this business pays me more every single month than I'm getting on Social Security.
mm,
I've been a director since I had to wait till I was 62 to get the money that's less. And this is just what I'm getting on a residual basis. And to think that we got access to this kind of income for $200.
mm,
And because we've been mesmerized by what's happening on social media and been infatuated with over excessive amounts of materialism, and
mm.
so we start speaking about financial freedom before we understand financial flexibility.
Yeah.
And so I have my tagline to everybody is respect the $4. If you don't know what that means, like give us a call. We're gonna make sure that you understand is respect the $4 because having residual income and having your money follow you from year to year to year to year, it is a whole different kind of income. And just the fact that somebody can literally play with your income and say, yeah, we know that you've been working all them years, but we just want to make some cuts now. We want to make some cuts, and you might not even be getting that. And how people will literally lock themselves into a fixed income and don't even aspire to have anything more. Nope, I got to hold on to my Social Security. I got to hold on to my disability because I don't want to lose that. That is called social conditioning.
Mm.
Since the day that we stepped in kindergarten, we've been programmed to think like that, to go sit in the desk. It's a reason why I homeschool my kids. It's a reason why I put them in Montessori school because I don't want them to fit into somebody else's square. I thank God because I watched my father when all these different factories in Milwaukee was laying off. I didn't see my father miss a beat. Not only did he not miss a beat, we moved into better neighborhoods because he never relied on another person to feed his family. He always had an entrepreneurial spirit. And so when I look at this opportunity that Mr. Bradley has blessed us with and Planet Marketing, can't nobody tell me anything about this company
Nothing.
because I watched my uncles, I watched my father, I watched them come from the South and go to Milwaukee and work so hard in those different factories. And all we have to do is share this opportunity with people that's willing to listen, pay $200 and $60 a month. Listen, we don't know hard work. That's why somebody ignoring me, somebody saying no to me, I have no emotional attachment because I will talk to hundreds of people to get to the right somebody
Yeah.
because I understand what this business can do. And for those of you that love to travel, I love to travel too. So everybody don't have the gift that Miss Vera have to be able to book travel. That's a gift, that's a discipline, that's a talent. But what I love is teaching people how I can get paid and show you how to get paid for the travel that you book and the travel that you don't book. We have options in this business. So make sure that if you heard anybody on this line talking to you about Planet Marketing and IntelliTravel and the exclusive partnership, you just want to spend 15 minutes to learn and get educated so you understand. If you say no, you at least know what you're saying no to.
Yes.
Absolutely. I don't have to say anything
That's
else.
an amen for me.
That's an amen for me too. For those of you who want a little more in-depth example or description of what it is we do, we can either send you a video, 6-minute video. You can join a live presentation tonight. Is it 7 p.m. you all? The pals?
Yes.
Okay, 7 p.m. Central tonight. You can join us live tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Central. We can set up a one-on-one time with you, whatever you need. But whoever you know on this screen, whoever's page you saw this on, whoever you're connected to the most, you want to call them. You want to shoot them a text right now and say, call me. Let's chat. I need to know. Because the thing is, if you wait to start getting the plan B, once your plan A is gone, it's too late. You're supposed to work that plan A, which is that job right now, and start funding. Let that fund your plan B. Go ahead and get started. Get one foot into that business. So when that job decides that that's it and they want to kick you out, you land on your feet and not on your butt. All right. I love y'all, but it's time to go. Please continue to do the things that unsuccessful people won't do and watch how it changes your life. Y'all have a wonderful evening and we hope to see y'all soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.